decided we're getting ready to host some friends here this weekend, so we've got the place all spiffed up.
Yeah, usually our place, I mean, I feel like the organization is not really our strong suit.
We're working at it.
We're working
I don't know,
at
we
it.
get to decide, you know?
Yeah.
We get to,
Yeah.
everybody gets to decide, you know, like what a home is how it feels, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think you and I just prioritize like a little differently.
Yeah.
Our time.
Yeah.
And our energy. We would much rather like
go play.
have a little bit of
be
stuff
outside.
a little bit of stuff on the floor
Yeah.
in the name of like
Sanity.
singing karaoke.
Yeah, exactly. So, which reminds us, that's one of our date night activities. And like, you guys, it's not just me, like the woman being like, can we sing karaoke? Like this guy, he really likes to sing, and he really likes to sing karaoke, right?
I do.
It's not just me. Actually, he got me into
Sure.
singing karaoke, and now I'm obsessed with it. So,
Yeah, that's true.
So
Who took Emily and me and Ange or something?
Yes.
Took you the first time?
Yeah, so he and his family and friends took me like, it was about 9 years ago to my first karaoke bar, and I sang.
Changed your life. Just changed your life forever.
It really did.
It really did. I mean,
it did.
It
helps with confidence, honestly, because so the first karaoke song was Nora Jones, "Come Away with Me." And I didn't get that, like, karaoke, you're supposed to, like, sing something fun. I was just like, I think I know all the words to this song. Like, I felt like I was putting everybody to sleep. Everyone else is doing these, like, fun country songs.
No, you didn't put everybody to sleep. Everybody's jaws were dropping because they were like, is that Nora? Is that Nora over there? I'm serious. You know that.
No, that first time I remember sweating so much.
What does your body do?
When you get
when
nervous.
you're nervous, your body sweats.
Sweat, and I could just feel like everything, like,
and
just
your
like
stomach,
kind of freezes up.
And what happens to your stomach? Your stomach.
My stomach
stops
gets all
up.
tight. It gets tight. Yeah.
Oh, no, I mean, we're being raw and real.
Oh my gosh.
My nervous.
So this is
my
dinner
nervousness,
chat with us.
My nervousness is sweating as well.
Okay, Aaron, what's your favorite go-to karaoke song?
Go-to karaoke song. I mean, I've just been doing it forever. Is John Michael Montgomery.
Yeah,
Sold.
you sing that well.
The Grundy County Auction. She's an 8, she's a 9, she's a 10, I know. She's got ruby red lips, brown hair, brown eyes. I'm about to bid my heart
goodbye.
Yeah, we found love on the auction block. Anyway, we won't do the whole thing right now.
So I'm gonna leave the camera here, and I'm gonna show you guys in a second how we do the karaoke. I mean, some of you probably know.
So while she's setting it up, you gotta get your computer though.
Oh yeah. Where's your bag?
It's in my bag?
Yeah.
By my bedside table.
Awesome. You keep talking.
So, as she goes and finds her computer, we were talking just a little bit earlier today, just the journey that we're all on of evolution and what that is, what that is like.
I knew you were gonna get philosophical.
Well, I mean, you can't leave the door open for that.
I can't. Okay, keep going.
No, so we just were saying, like, as we grow older, you know, I'm 37, Sarah's 30, and we get to constantly decide. And Sarah was working on reinvention. We get to reinvent ourselves, you know. I've got similar characteristics to who I was in college, or who I was when I was a high school teacher, who I was in high school. Like, I definitely am still at my core not massively different, but I do feel very different. I do feel very different than who I was back then. And so we were just saying, like, that journey of allowing yourself to reinvent yourself, to boldly, like, create and paint the painting of your dreams, you know, that I think that sometimes our worldview can be limited to whatever neighborhood or whatever family system or whatever church or world, you know, spiritual world that we were raised in, or it can get a bit limited, or the country we were raised in, it can be limited, you know. And so I think the one thing I've loved about Sarah and I's journey together is just that constant conversation, right, babe?
Yeah.
Where we're in conversation about how how can I let go of or move forward from or shift this or transform that, because I don't want to live in fear anymore. I don't want to be stressed out about that. Or, I mean, this morning I about cried just appreciating Sarah, because I for whatever reason, for many reasons, I've never felt like I'm enough. And the story is I'm not enough. And Sarah has come into my life and has just been like, Aaron, you're enough. Like, you are enough. Like, and just is consistently reminding me of that. And so I just appreciate, it's really nice to have community and friends around who are reminding us of like the new story that we want to own, or the new reality that we want to create. And maybe you're on a similar journey of evolution and reinventing yourself, where it's like maybe you spend a lot of time, watching hours and hours and hours and hours of Netflix. And maybe you're making a shift in 2019, you're saying, you know what? I'm going to start reading books instead of getting lost in Netflix, or whatever the case may be. Reinvention, like, you've really gone all out on practicing singing in 2019 has been my observation. So you're on this process of like growing and developing your talent and your vocal, just your voice, your music, and so it's fun to see you just continue to, all of it, like you, me, you continue to like make steps, make strides to like improve, grow. Really, you get to decide what the painting becomes. You get to decide who's in the painting with you.
Yeah, you don't have to stay stuck. I think that's the biggest thing for me, is sometimes I could look back on my past and think like, I can't go after this goal, or I can't learn a new language because I remember back in the day it was so hard for me to learn Spanish. And so now as I'm learning French, it's like, oh, well, am I really gonna, be fluent in this? Am I really gonna be good at this? Some of those old stories just pop up over and over again, and so for me, the key has been just to tell myself, like, I'm different, I've changed, I'm a different person than I was then. I'm excited to learn, just to give myself new positive words and affirmations, because the old stories they pop in our head so much, and they want to stop us from like trying new things and doing those things that are uncomfortable, So anyway, that's what we were chatting about earlier, and that's
so like allowing ourselves to just reinvent.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to no longer live that story out, right? I don't have to hold on to that story of not being enough. Like, each day, if I can love people, be intentional about loving people, being kind to people, being improving as a husband, eventually growing as a dad, growing as a son, as a good friend to other, there's all these different ways we can keep expanding and growing and improving. Like, it should be very exciting. Like, life should be, like, in my brain, it's like, it's so exciting when I'm in that mindset of like, wow, I am enough. I am doing enough each day. I no longer need to like elbow myself in the face. Right? I mean, it's wild what we say to ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one. We all say ridiculous things to ourselves that aren't actually true. They're not actually true.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Well, amen.
So, you gonna sing?
So, no, I want to show you guys, we'll sing on the way out of this video. So, this is our setup. We have a microphone. Yeah. Here, you show while I point. I'll be Vanna Wyatt.
Whoop.
This is our microphone. And then we have this amp over here that I got off of Amazon, Fender amp. And I have an electric ukulele that I plug into that.
Yep.
And so anyway, so I have the microphone, and then I have our computer, and then I plug it into the TV. So we have this cool TV set up, and we can sing, and we sing a lot.
We sing a lot.
We sing a lot. So we'll sing to you guys for 30 seconds on the way out. Morning sun, always sitting when the evening comes.
Yeah.
Watching the ships roll in.